This ruler died while trying to make himself immortal. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, was obsessed with the idea of living forever. He issued an executive order to his subjects to search for an elixir of immortality that would grant him eternal life. He received various responses, some of which offered herbs or potions. However, none of them worked. Qin Shi Huang also turned to alchemists, who gave him mercury-filled pills, believing it to be a substance of longevity. Ironically, this proved fatal for the death-fearing emperor, who died from mercury poisoning at the age of 39.
In 1971, 17-year-old Julian Kupka became the sole survivor of a plane crash over the Peruvian rainforest. The flight was meant to be an hour long, but 25 minutes in, the plane was in the midst of a severe thunderstorm, was struck by lightning, and broke into pieces. Julian was soon free-falling out of the plane, falling 10,000 feet into the Peruvian rainforest. With an impaired eye, a broken collarbone, and a deep maggot-infested gash on her arm, Julianne made her 11-day trek through the forest. She eventually found 3 loggers who took her to a nearby hospital. She was able to recover from her injuries and went on to study biology.
The craziness of Emperor Nero. After his mother orchestrated his rise to the throne, Nero awarded her by ordering for her to be murdered. He then executed anyone who posed a threat to his power, including his first wife by sending assassins after her, his second wife by kicking her while she was pregnant, and his tutor Seneca by forcing him to off himself. Nero wasted a ridiculous amount of money on extravagant palaces, gardens, statues, and parties, as well as elaborate theatrical performances, which he participated in and forced the audience to applaud him for hours. After a fire broke out and destroyed most of Rome, he blamed the Christians and subjected them to gruesome tortures, such as burning them alive or feeding them to wild beasts. Nero soon faced multiple rebellions from different provinces and fled Rome trying to seek refuge in a nearby villa, but he was surrounded by his enemies. In order to avoid being captured and dealt with, he chose to end his own life. In 14th century Portugal, King Afonso IV's son Peter fell in love with Inés de Castro. However, Afonso did not approve because Inés was an illegitimate child of a Galician noble. Plus, Afonso had arranged for Peter to marry Constanza, a noblewoman. When Peter refused to quit seeing Inés, the king ordered her execution. Enraged by this, Peter had Inés's executors killed. It said he had their hearts ripped out of their chest. 2 years later, Peter is now king, and legend has it that he ordered for Inés's corpse to be dug up, dressed in elegant clothes and crowned queen. Historians say he made all of the other nobility kiss her hand as a symbol of their devotion. Afterwards, Inés's corpse was put in a mausoleum, and when Peter died, his tomb was placed next to hers.